I miss you all a lot. I wish I could see your faces while you're watching this. But I guess this is what we're gonna have to do for now. I'm just gonna go ahead and start by sharing my screen with you so that we can talk through what you'll be doing this week. Okay, let me make this full screen. So each of you should have received an invitation to a Google Drive with your name on it. And in that Google Drive, you'll see that we have a bingo card that Ms. Kay and I created for you to fill out throughout the week. And if you get 5 in a row, you get to choose to have a Zoom call with either me or Ms. Kay or one of the other teachers in life skills. So you'll fill these out, you can wash the dishes and mark that, and once you get 5 in a row, then your parent can email us to schedule that meeting for Friday. So I'm excited for that. All right, and next when you're in my class, you're gonna go to Miss Doobie's weekly playlist, but Miss Kay has hers here too for her classes. So you'll open that up, and you'll see that the first thing you need to do is complete the check-in. You know, at school, when we're in person, we normally go around and we say how we're feeling and answer a question. But for now, we've got this Google Doc, so you'll click on that link there, and it'll take you, and you can fill out which zone you're in. So remember, our blue zone is kind of sad, tired. Green zone's happy, calm, good to go. Yellow zone, maybe you're scared or worried, or you're just kind of silly and wiggly. Or your red zone, you're feeling angry, you're feeling out of control. So you'll go ahead and fill out which zone you're in. So right now I'm in the yellow zone. I'm a little bit nervous because I've never done an online video before. Never taught online, so I'm feeling kind of nervous. Tools I can try. I'm gonna say I can take a deep breath. That does feel nice. Okay, and then I'll just click submit, and me and Ms. Kay will be able to look at your answer. All right, so the next thing that you'll wanna do is click on this link that says create an account on Newsela. That's something that Ms. Kay and I are both gonna be using in our classes. So you'll click on that link, create an account, and then come back to your PowerPoint with my playlist and click here, and that'll take you to a link to my class. So you can see the articles that I'm posting for you. Yeah, so you'll click on that and it'll let you join my class as a student. So go ahead and pause this video and do that because we're gonna get right into it. I'm gonna read the article and explain what you'll be doing this week. Okay. Hopefully you paused, you made your account, you joined my class, and you're back, ready to go. So next thing on the list is to do the social studies lesson video on YouTube. That's what you're watching right now. Good job. So for today, we are gonna start with with our first article. So this will be the one for the week. You can watch this video again and read it. So we'll just get right into it. All right, so this is the Nok culture, Sub-Saharan Africa's earliest civilization. So you'll see on the side, there's some activities. Once we finish the article, you'll come over and you'll do the social studies writing activity and you'll do the quiz. Okay, so here we go. And if you want to read it by yourself, stop here. You don't have to listen to me read it. And then just make sure that you do that activity on the side. But if you want to read independently, go ahead and turn this off. Okay. So the Nok people may have been the oldest organized society to live in sub-Saharan Africa. They lived in what is now the country of Nigeria in West Africa. Nok culture spanned the end of the Stone Age and the start of the Iron Age. It was a complex society with permanent settlements and centers for farming and manufacturing. Yet, it is still unclear who the Nok people were, how their culture developed, and what happened to it. Our next section, the discovery of knot culture. In 1943, clay shards and a terracotta head were discovered during tin mining operations on the southern and western slopes of the Jos Plateau in Nigeria. The pieces were taken to archaeologist Bernard Fagg, who immediately suspected their importance. He began collecting more pieces and dating them using new techniques. Fagg discovered what colonial ideology said wasn't possible: an ancient West African society dating back to at least 500 BC. Fagg named this culture Nok, after the name of the village near where the first discovery was made. Fagg's work continued, and two other sites in Nigeria, called Taruga and Samun Takaya, led to more discoveries. More of Nok's terracotta sculptures, pottery, stone axes, and iron gadgets were found there. However, there was not enough interest in learning more about Nok culture at the time. A colonial mentality prevented certain scholars from looking into ancient African societies. On top of that, the newly independent country of Nigeria was facing political problems. Meanwhile, Western collectors looted the area, making it even more difficult for researchers to learn about the Nok people. So as you can see on the side, there's a little map. You can click the magnifying glass and take a closer look. Okay. So it says, a complex society. It was not until the 21st century that more serious research was carried out on Nok culture. The results from advanced technologies such as radiocarbon dating have been stunning. The most recent finds show that Nok culture lasted from around 1200 BC to AD 400. However, we still do not know how it arose or what happened to it. The artistic and technical skills seen in the terracotta sculptures show that Nok culture was probably a complex society. This is also shown by the use of iron, which was a skill that required great expertise. Experts were able to dedicate to this skill because other people took care of their basic needs, such as food and clothing. Archaeological digs have shown that the Nok were farmers. Experts have also said that the various objects seem to be made out of the same type of terracotta. Some experts believe that the Nok lived in a state which managed the use of this single material. But the terracotta could also be evidence of a complex guild structure. This means there could have been many different groups, each of which specialized in certain tasks. Guilds indicate a society where people are ranked based on class, but not necessarily an organized state. An Iron Age without copper. By about 400 or 500 BC, the Nok were also smelting iron and making iron tools. Archaeologists disagree on whether this was an independent change because the skill could have been brought to the area from across the Sahara Desert. The mixture of stone and iron tools found at some sites supports the idea that West African societies skipped the Copper Age. In parts of Europe, the Copper Age was when people built tools and weapons out of copper. It lasted for nearly 1,000 years, until they began using iron, which was a stronger metal. But in West Africa, societies seem to have switched from the Stone Age straight into the Iron Age. It is possible that this change was led by the Nok. The terracotta of Nok culture show that this ancient society in West Africa was complex. But what happened next? It is suggested that the Nok eventually became the Yoruba people who founded the kingdom of Ife. The brass and terracotta sculptures of the Ife and Benin cultures in Nigeria showed significant similarities with those found at Nok. Even so, what happens artistically in the 700 years between the end of Nok and the rise of Ife is still a mystery. The Yoruba people still live in Nigeria. Many Yoruba also live in Benin, Ghana, Togo, and the Ivory Coast. All right. So if you need to listen to that again, go ahead and rewind, and then don't forget to do your activities on the side. And I can't wait to see what you come up with. All right, so back to the to-dos for this week. Next, for social studies, you'll want to choose a visual activity. Ms. Kay and I will be sending out your login information, but the link is here. And then you'll complete one of your bingo activities. And then there are some optional things that you can do on the next slide, which are write an email to your teacher. I would love to hear from you. You could watch a YouTube lesson. We'll be having lots of videos be uploaded throughout the next few weeks. You can pick another one from the same YouTube channel that you're watching this on. You can do an extra bingo activity, more Newsela activities, or you can send me a video or a picture. And then like I mentioned earlier, Fun Friday. If you get 5 in a row on your bingo card, you get to Zoom with a teacher. And then on the last slide, I have my office hours. If you have any questions about this video or about the schedule that's posted, go ahead and email me and we can set up a time to Zoom or talk on the phone and answer any questions that you have. So here are my office hours on Monday, Tuesday, and Friday. So I can't wait to see you guys in person. I miss you a lot and I hope that you're doing well. All right.